Hello viewer, hello Martin, welcome back to 54A. Today I'm going to do two projects in one. As you might have guessed from the title of the video, it involves ash, or two pieces of ash. I've already got it chucked up on the lathe. I'll just show you what I've done so far and I'll explain a bit as I go along. Okay, lump of ash. Just get a measure on it. It's just over 2.5 inches thick. It's approximately 7 inches in diameter. I've started already putting a mortise on this end. I've got a mortise on the other end because it's going to be split in half and make two platters out of it. So I'm going to work backwards and forwards, keep turning it round, if you know what I mean, before I actually cut it in half. So I want to get the backs of each platter done first before I split it. So that's where I'm up to so far. It's not very interesting at the moment. I'm just going to finish this mortise off, a little bit of shape on the back of here, and turn it round and do exactly the same to the other side. All I'm doing here is basically truing the base up, and as you can see it's not quite in shape yet, so I've got to true that up a bit. I'm not going to put too much of a dish shape on it, just raise it very slightly. So I'll carry on with that anyway. Right, I've got a very gentle shape on here now. I've trued the blank up as much as possible. Just finishing the mortise off now. I've dug a bit out with the carbide cutter. I'm just going to put the shoulder in now with the skew chisel. Right, next job is just to sand that bit off there, probably a bit of the base as well, before I turn it round, and then do exactly the same on the other side. I've just left a nice little ridge round there for the actual plate to sit on. So just a little bit of a feature, nothing special. So I'm going to get on with the sanding now, and then I'll reverse it, do exactly the same. I've sanded up to 600 now, so I should put some sanding sealant on and a bit of polish, wax, before I turn it round. I may as well do the whole thing first, and I haven't got to bother trying to get at it later. Piece of wood to protect the bed of the lathe. Good old cellulose sanding sealant, mixed with thinners. 2/3 and 1/3. Otherwise, I find the sealant a bit too thick. Otherwise, if it's neat. Get it in absolutely everywhere, right in the corners. Some lovely markings in the ash. Right, just let that dry for a few seconds, then knock it back, or de-nib it as some people call it, with a Scotch pad. A lot of people use 0000Y wool, and there's no reason why not. Just that I've got my Scotch pad and I'll use it till it falls apart. and I'll do the same again, give it a second coat, and then I shall give it good old carnauba wax stick. Now these will last you for years. You only got to rub it on really gently, really. Just get a very fine scrape on it when it's going round. Polishes up a treat. So I'm going to try that instead of the old wood wax for a change. So I'll just get the second coat of sealant on, and then I'll give it a quick coat of that polish wax. Right, it's had the second coat of sealant. I'm just going to put a bit of this carnauba wax on, just straight across. Give it a couple of scrapes, make sure you get it in everywhere. Hardly any used at all there, but let's see if it works. Nice fresh piece of kitchen towel. Turn the speed up a bit. Lovely. I don't know if the camera actually picked that up, but it's very nice. You've got to get it hot. You feel the heat coming through, then you know you've melted the wax. Yep, that's a nice finish. I like that. Right, I'm going to get it turned round now and do exactly the same to the other side. Right, that's both of the backs done. Now I've got a fraction over 2 inches, so I'll just mark that in the centre approximately. Now that's where I want to cut it in half, so I'm going to use my thin parting tool to go in as far as I can, a good 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches if I can get it in. Then I'm going to finish it off with the handsaw, and the groove that the parting tool leaves me should be a good guide to help keep the saw straight. We shall see. I'll see you later. Right, that's the 2 halves, as near as I can get anyway. That'll do. And I'm just going to stop a minute because I can hear a visitor come in. Oh, look what Santa's left me. Say hello to the viewer, John. Huh? Say hello to the viewer.
Hello, Mr. Viewers, Mrs. Viewers.
This is Sheila's son, John, who's bought me an early Christmas present. Right, I've got it split in 2 now. I've put one aside. I'm not going to go through both of them because they're both going to be the same, just different finishes on them. So I've marked the sections where I want to hollow out to form a little bowl shape in the middle, and another one in the centre there, and then just take the outside down, and that's relatively straightforward stuff. So I'm going to get on with that. These markings should match up with the other plate, dish, whatever it is that I've done. So I'll get on with that now. Using my favourite spindle gouge, the Ellsworth grind on it, and again, take your time, nice gentle cuts. The faster speed you can go the better, but only go as fast as you're comfortable with. I don't have it massively fast, but just nice gentle strokes. Now the reason there's long handles on these things is to get that kind of movement. Then you're always rubbing your bevel. If you just try going across, you'll end up digging in. So get the bevel nice and level with the wood, and bring the back of the gouge round as you're moving. A little pendulum action, and you should get a pretty smooth cut. The smoother the cut, the less sanding you've got to do. So I'm going to dig a bit more out of there, then scallop that one as well, and then that one. So you've probably seen it hundreds of times before, so I'll just get on with it off camera. Well, I've got the basic shapes now, and I'm just finishing off with a little 10mm carbide cutter, round carbide cutter. Nice and easy, nice sweeps, you get a nice finish then, and less sanding. If you haven't got a carbide scraper, don't worry about it. A little rounded nose scraper will do the job just fine. It's just I've got one of these, so I tend to use it quite a lot. I'm just going to take a little bit more off here now, just take the thickness down a little bit. I think that'll do. Right, the next stage, I'm going to get the blowtorch out, well, after I've hoovered up, because I don't want to set fire to everything. Okay, what I've done with this one, I've scorched the centre, as you can see, and scorched the outside. I went over a little bit with the blowtorch, so I've just given this a quick skim just to take any scorch marks off, just around the edge there. Just give a nice defined edge to it anyway. The other one will be scorched in the middle and left plain on the outside and the centre. So I've just got to rub it down now, sanding sealant, polish it up, and then I'll show you both articles when they're finished. And there they are, Ashes to Ashes. I really like that. I'm chuffed to bits with those. Nice contrasts. Not much use for anything, purely decorative. But I think they've turned out really well. I'm very pleased with those. So that's another little project out of the way. Well, viewer, I hope you enjoyed that little project. I did. I didn't record a lot of the turning because it's just basic stuff really. You can put whatever shape you want, however many ridges you want on them. It's entirely up to you, however the mood takes you. I just wanted to do the 3 sections and I'm really happy with how they turned out. I think this will be the last video before Christmas. I've thrown a few in this last couple of weeks. And yesterday my subscribers went to over 1,000. It only seems a few weeks, well it only was a few weeks ago when I'd got 500 and I was chuffed to bits with that. But 1,000 is unbelievable. I'm very grateful. 1,000 people. It's more than that now, it's gone up again. And no complaints from me. And as long as you're enjoying them, I'll keep doing them. And I'm not going to change my style. This is how I am. So if I don't see you all before Christmas, have a really nice one. And a very healthy, happy and prosperous new year. Bye now.
Pardon?
Look who's just turned up.
Hiya. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you.
Bye.
Bye.